What up, YouTube family? It's April G Showers back at y'all with a reaction. As y'all see, we're counting down. We got a premiere of my boys, Peerless Recordings and Jackson Pierce. The name of the track is Hallways. I will provide the link, as always, in the description box. So after my reaction, if y'all would please click on that link. Go like, comment, share, subscribe. Let them know April G Shower sent you, or don't care, as long as you show my friends some support, please. Also, down in the description box is the link to my Holy Mother merch. I priced everything really cheap. It's for a limited time though, so go shop and cop you something while you can. Also, thank you for the dono request. Y'all, Peerless, appreciate it. Link to PayPal, Venmo in the description box. Donations never required, but greatly appreciated. Alright, y'all, I'm excited. April G Squad, fist bump. Love y'all. Let's get it.
Mine is like living in hallway.
Of course.
I'm fighting a never-ending war, constantly slipping. I'm sick of picking myself off the floor. I'm sick of feeling empty, like I don't want it no more. I wasn't built to be weak, but me and fear got a rapport. Just want the pain to cease, need a release.
Hey! How did you get in my head like that, Peerless?
I'm fighting a never-ending war, constantly slipping. I'm sick of picking myself off the floor.
I'm fighting a never-ending war, constantly slipping. I'm sick of picking myself off the floor.
I'm sick of feeling empty, like I don't want it no more.
I'm sick of feeling empty, like I don't want it no more.
I wasn't built to be weak, but me and fear got a rapport.
I wasn't made to be weak, but me and fear got a rapport? Is that what you said?
Like I don't want it no more. I wasn't built to be weak, but me and fear got a rapport. Just want the...
I think that's what he said. I wasn't built to be weak, but me and fear got a rapport. A rapport, like R-A-P-P-O-R-T, rapport. Like a partnership, a friendship. Ooh, I like that.
War, constantly slipping. I'm sick of picking myself off the floor. I'm sick of feeling empty, like I don't want it no more. I wasn't built to be weak, but me and fear got a rapport. Just want the pain to cease, need a release from the chains that are binding my feet and driving the rest of me insane. This is lame, it's like a game that won't never forget my name. It's like working a job, but you ain't never getting paid. Stinging.
Oh my holy mother. Y'all already got a holy mother, and I ain't even got to Jackson's part. Jackson Pierce, sorry. I call him Jackson. He's my friend, man. I've known Jackson Pierce, fun fact, years before I started my YouTube channel. Like, we've been friends. He's known me longer than anybody else on this platform, and vice versa, I think. I don't know if I've known him longer than anybody else, but I know he's known me longer than anybody else. We met through recovery on Facebook, through my poetry, my writings, and through his music and my recovery pages and groups that I run on Facebook. Yo, Peerless. You told me that you stepped outside of what you're used to, man. And I'm sitting here going back in my head, and I've only heard a few lines, I know, but I'm going back in my head of all the stuff I've reacted to of yours. All have been amazing. Let me hear the rest before I make a statement like that, to be fair. Let me hear the rest. But I'm starting the verse over because I love it that much. And if you don't like it, doses. This is how I feel, and I love that. I love it. I don't love feeling like that, but I love, that's a beautiful thing about music, is no matter how you feel, you can find a song that fits however you're feeling. And then two, however you feel, and then you hear a song and an artist sing or rap or whatever it may be, how you're feeling, saying that that's how they're feeling. What a comfort that is. Just the simple fact of knowing that you're not the only one who has those feelings or those thoughts. I don't know about y'all, but for me, that's priceless. You can't put a price on that. Just to simply know you're not alone in your thoughts, in your feelings, is priceless. Because a lot of times we start having those negative feelings and emotions, and we feel like we're alone in those feelings, in those emotions, in those thoughts, and that nobody understands, nobody gets us. And then you turn a song on and you hear words of exactly how you're feeling or what you're thinking or both, and you're like, it's a relief, isn't it? Man.
I'm fighting a never-ending war, constantly slipping. I'm sick of picking myself off the floor. I'm sick of feeling empty, like I don't want it no more. I wasn't built to be weak, but me and fear got a rapport. Just want the pain to cease. Need a release from the chains that are binding my feet and driving the rest of me insane.
Yeah.
This is lame. It's like a game that won't never forget my name. It's like working a job, but you ain't never getting paid. Stinging eyes, pounding heart like I was under attack. Getting stabbed in the back with lies, yeah. Matter of fact, it's guys with rage. I wanna go back and turn another page to the days when I wasn't afraid.
Yes!
Get out of my own way.
Bruh. Now I'm gonna cry. Turn the page. Go back to the days when I wasn't afraid. I was gonna try to hold it together, damn it. Tomorrow, November 15th, is the anniversary of the school shooting that I was in. Wednesday, November 15th, 1995. Where I saw my best friend get shot and killed at school. Right in front of me. From that moment till now, forever, I've lived in fear. I've lived in thoughts of impending doom. I have this innate internal fear within me of losing people I love because of all the loss that I've experienced in my life that started when I was 5 years old. I lost my grandfather when I was 5. He was like my favorite person in the whole world. I called him Dada. My parents got divorced when I was 7 in 1988. That's a loss. You know, you grieve when your parents, a divorce is like, it's a death of a family. You know. Then we moved out of state, and I didn't want to do that when I was 10. We moved from Alabama to Tennessee, where I live now, when I was 10, and started a new school, and things started getting okay and better. I started a new school that was in 5th grade. I started going to school in Tennessee in 5th grade. I made a lot of friends, and, was doing well, making straight A's, was a cheerleader, all that stuff, and winning spelling bees, imagine that. and then, my freshman year of high school, I was so excited to be a freshman, to be in high school. You get so excited to be, you're in high school. You feel like you're grown. I'm in high school. You know what I mean? So I started my freshman year of high school in the fall of 1995. I turned 15 October the 10th of 95 that year, when I was a freshman in 9th grade. My best friend Diane, rest in peace, she was the youngest one in our class. Her birthday is November the 11th, Veterans Day, and she turned 14. She was born in 1981, 11/11/81, and I was born 10/10/80. But we were in the same grade. She had just turned 14 November the 11th, and we were neighbors. We rode the school bus together, and we were like, every day after school, we'd get off the bus and walk down to the basketball goal. We had a little basketball goal down by the post office, little bitty country anyway. We'd play basketball every day, and if it was raining, we'd go inside and play board games or whatever, video games, or just whatever, watch TV, whatever. Anyway, and so November the 11th, 1995, she turned 14. It was on a Saturday. Her birthday was on a Saturday that year. She turned 14. She had a party that day. We had so much fun. And then Wednesday, that was Saturday, and then Wednesday, November 15th, 1995. Another one of our neighbors, he also rode our school bus. He didn't ride the bus that morning, though. He was a senior. He was a senior that year. He was 17, about to be 18. Walked into school, and he shot down one hall. He shot 2 teachers. He had a rifle, and he shot Miss Foster, who was the typing teacher. She'd worked there almost 30 years, in the face, and she died instantly. And he shot my physical science teacher, Miss Yancey, in the head, and she miraculously survived. And then he rounded that corner of that hallway. He was wearing a black trench coat, as always, and he rounded the corner of that hallway, and my friend and I, you know how school used to be in the morning times. It's a bunch of kids everywhere in the hallway, and at that time, the school I went to was kindergarten through 12th grade, y'all. K through 12, okay? So he rounded that corner coming down the high school hall, and my friend was bent down getting water from the water fountain, and a teacher was leaned against the wall watching, students, whatever, and Jamie, the school shooter, Jamie Rouse, was aiming for that teacher. And when he shot, my friend leaned up, Diane, my friend leaned up from getting water from the water fountain, and the bullet missed the teacher and hit her in her jugular vein in her neck. For those who don't know, the jugular vein is the main vein in your neck, and the biggest vein in your neck. And I won't go into gory details, but you can imagine the scene right out of a movie. And I was standing beside her and saw it. And anyway, so yeah, I won't go into the rest of it. I don't want to take. I'm sorry, Peerless. I'm sorry, Jackson. My job is to react to the song, and it made me think of it. I'm sorry, and tomorrow's the anniversary, so it's on my mind. I'm sorry, y'all. And him talking about fear and being afraid, And it's crazy to think that tomorrow will make 25 years since that happened. It does not seem that long. Like, it literally seems like yesterday. I still, I have PTSD from it, post-traumatic stress disorder, for those who don't know. And I have flashbacks, and I have nightmares, and chronic insomnia, and panic attacks, and all the wonderful things that come with PTSD. And for the longest time, as far as what Peerless is talking about in the song, turn the page. I don't, not so I don't have to be afraid anymore, something along those lines. I had always wanted to be a teacher. I wanted to be an English spelling teacher for 7th and 8th graders. Ever since I could freaking remember. Like when I was 5, 6, 7 years old, still living in Alabama, I had little grade books. I had a chalkboard. Yes, chalkboard. Back then we used chalkboards, not wipe-off boards in the 80s. And it's just what I knew I wanted to be. Ever since I was able to answer that question when people ask you, what are you going to be when you grow up? I remember being 5 years old saying a teacher. And then after that happened, well, I'm not a teacher. I mean, in some sense of the word I am, but I mean, like, I wanted to be an English spelling teacher, which I'm a writer, but I always knew I wanted to help people regardless. But after the shooting happened, I said, screw that, I'm not being a teacher. Completely changed the course of my life. And instead, I went and got my nursing license after I graduated high school, and was a nurse for 20 years. And now I'm a YouTuber, a reactor, a bar catcher, a music connoisseur, a writer. I've been a writer. I've been writing ever since I was 5, 6 years old. I've been, like, little stuff, you know. I didn't write no major pieces or anything when I was 5 or 6, like, you know. But I've always kept a diary or a journal, and been really big into writing and spelling and grammar and all that stuff. Hence, me loving to catch bars and metaphors and similes and entendres, and then loving to write and stuff like that. But I always said whenever I had a kid, I would never send him to public school ever. And you know, I became addicted to pills. It started with smoking weed. I drink every now and then, but never really liked drinking at all. Hate alcohol, and still do. And ended up being really badly addicted to pills. And then I got clean when I got pregnant, then got prescribed them after I had my son for medical issues and stuff, and ended up addicted to the pills really badly. 4 years later, went to rehab, got clean. My clean date is August the 8th, 2011. So I've been clean a little over 9 years now. Praise God. And, you know, back then school shootings didn't happen, so they didn't offer any kind of therapy or anything. I mean, it was 1995. It was one of the first. It was before Columbine and all that. It was one of the first, if not the first, school shooting in America. I think the first school shooting in America was in the 70s, and it was a female shooter, if I'm not mistaken. But I can't remember if that was in America or a different country. But I know mine was one of the first here in Tennessee. All you got to do is type in 1995 school shooting into Google, and boom, my school will pop up, because it's the only one that happened that year. And anyway, so I got pregnant when I was 26, and the older my son got and the closer it got time for him to start kindergarten school, you know, that fear started. You know, Peerless is talking about fear. You know, that fear started really overwhelming me. And I remember when my son was in kindergarten, we had moved to Alabama, me and my son did, and I actually lived in a townhouse right across the street from the school, which was a blessing. That was God, because it was a comfort for me to be able to just look out my mini blinds and see my son's school. It was just a comfort for me, and I didn't do that on purpose. It just happened that way. And then before he went into first grade, we had moved back here where I lived from 10 years old on. And then we lived in Alabama a year and a half, and then we came back here. And my son attends the same school now where the school shooting occurred. But it took a lot of work, a lot of therapy, working the 12 steps, prayer, a lot of writing, for me to finally make the decision before he was going to start kindergarten, finally make the decision to allow him to go to public school, because I knew a God told me, not in an audible voice, but y'all know what I mean. You know, it wouldn't be fair to deny my child the experience of school and socializing with other kids, because he's an only child, out of fear, and then instilling that fear, my fear, into my child, and then the cycle continues. You see what I mean? So as difficult as it was for me, as difficult as it still is for me, I put him in public school. But, you know, I said the first hint of any kind of threat or anything that happens at school, I'm pulling him out and homeschooling him, period. But, you know, and I know I can't keep him in a bubble. I know that anything, anytime, anything could happen. We could go to the gas station to get gas and somebody kill us, or I could have a heart attack sitting here right now and die. Like, I know that. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean. But I had to overcome that fear of my child attending public school. And it's still difficult for me. I mean, most of the time, my mother helps me, and my mother knows how difficult of a time I have with public schools, especially that school. And she takes him and picks him up from school if he doesn't ride the bus. And because just going there gives me really bad anxiety and the flashbacks and all that stuff. And I could talk about it forever, and I apologize, Peerless and Jackson, I really do. But you're talking about fear, and y'all know me. This is how I react. I'm very real. I just, whatever a song makes me feel or think, I say it. But I would give anything to be able to just say, you know, I'm no longer afraid. But I can't say that. That would be a lie. I'm very afraid. Every day he goes to school, I am afraid that my phone's going to ring. If there's a school function, because he's now at the school. That school is now 6th through 12th grade only. And then there's a separate elementary school right beside that school for kindergarten through 5th grade. So 1st through 5th grade, he went to that elementary school, which is not the school where the shooting happened. They built that school. Since I graduated, they built a whole other school right there beside the school I went to. And then my school that I graduated from is now just 6th grade through 12th grade. And my son is now in 7th grade. So, you know, it's one thing to put him in public school, but then for him to be at the same school where the shooting occurred, it's very difficult. I'm sorry, Peerless. I'm sorry, Jackson. But I'm loving the song, and thank you for your words that have provoked me to talk about this, because it does help. It's very therapeutic. So thank you, and I'm sorry. And I'm going back.
constantly slipping. I'm sick of picking myself off the floor. I'm sick of feeling empty, like I don't want it no more. I wasn't built to be weak, but me and fear got a rapport. Just want the pain to cease. Need a release from the chains that are binding my feet and driving the rest of me insane. This is lame. It's like a game that won't never forget my name. It's like working a job, but you ain't never getting paid. Stinging eyes, pounding heart like I was under attack. Getting stabbed in the back with lies, yeah. Matter of fact, disguised with rage. I wanna go back and turn another page to the days when I wasn't afraid. Get out of my own way, I'm lost in my own maze. My mind is like living in hallways, but even the things you see isn't always truth of the matter. Get out of my own way, I'm lost in my own maze. My mind is like living in hallways, but even the things you see isn't always truth of the matter.
Okay, y'all know I keep it real. Y'all know I keep it real. The hook. I would have liked the hook, the lyrics are amazing. Let's get that right, okay? But I think the hook would have sounded better if it would have been kind of more singing, kind of a little more singing vibe to it than talking like vibe to it, if that makes any sense. I hope that makes sense and you know what I mean.
Matter of fact, disguised with rage, I wanna go back and turn another page to the days when I wasn't afraid. Get out of my own way, I'm lost in my own maze. My mind is like living in hallways, but even the things you see isn't always truth of the matter. Get out of my own way, I'm lost in my own maze. My mind is like living in hallways, but even the things you see isn't always truth of the matter.
I love the lyrics.
Get out of my own way, I'm lost in my own maze.
Yes.
My mind is like living in hallways.
Exactly like that. That's what I'm talking about. Exactly. Look, y'all, he heard me through the song and fixed it already.
I'm lost in my own maze. My mind is like living in hallways.
My mind's like living in hallways.
Alright, here comes Jackson Pierce.
Yeah, trapped in lies, trapped inside. Bullshit aside, I'll always hide. Cut myself wide, open, try to let it out. Shelton in the box, Gwen Stefani, ain't no doubt. When on the outs, I like to live life inside a crowd.
Did he just say Gwen Stefani ain't no doubt? Did I just catch a bizarre Jackson Pierce? Don't speak, I know just what you're thinking, and I don't need your reason. Don't tell me 'cause it hurts.
Yeah, trapped in lies, trapped inside. Bullshit aside, I'll always hide. Cut myself wide, open, try to let it out. Shelton in the box, Gwen Stefani, ain't no doubt. When on the outs, I like to live life inside a crowd. Falling apart at the seams, wishing on a...
Yep, Gwen Stefani ain't no doubt. Gwen Stefani was the lead singer of No Doubt. They sang Don't Speak, you know just what I'm thinking, and I don't need your reasons. Don't tell me 'cause it hurts. And what else? Sorry I've done something. Leave a message and I'll call you back. Spider webs.
Try to let it out. Shelton in the box, Gwen Stefani, ain't no doubt. When on the outs, I like to live life.
He was talking about cutting himself, and he's like to let it out. You know, I've never been a cutter. There's many different forms of self-harm, okay? Self-harm is not just people who cut themselves or burn themselves or whatever it may be. Self-harm is addiction, drinking, doing drugs, you know. there's many forms of self-harm, many. But, he said, cut myself, open, let it out. A lot of people, they cut themselves because the physical pain from cutting themselves or burning themselves or whatever people do to physically harm their bodies like that, they do that because they would rather feel and focus on the physical pain than the mental and emotional pain up here. I get it. I self-harmed for half of my life because I was in addiction. That's self-harm. But I was harming myself on the inside. I mean, it would affect my mentality, my emotions, to where I was numb and I didn't have to feel pain, mental or emotional pain. And that's what it's about. You know what I mean? It ain't that they get pleasure out of physically hurting themselves. It ain't that I got pleasure out of taking drugs. At first I did. When 99% of people, when you first start, doing drugs or drinking or whatever, you do feel pleasure, But then, you build up a tolerance and you have to have more and more and more and more. And then it gets to a point where you don't even feel it anymore. Whatever your drug of choice is, it doesn't matter. And no drug is worse than another drug just because one person is a heroin addict and another person is an alcoholic. And I can't stand people who think this way. They think, oh, well, I'm better than they are because I'm an alcoholic. They're a heroin addict. There's some kind of quote. It's like the heroin addict says, at least I don't do pills. The pill head says, at least I don't shoot heroin. The alcoholic says, at least I don't do pills. The crack addict says, at least I don't snort meth. The meth addict says, at least I ain't a drunk. It's all the same though. A drug is a drug is a drug is a drug, and alcohol is a drug. Period. Now, if you can drink responsibly and you're of age, that's your business. I don't judge it at all. At all. But, if you're an addict, if you're a heroin addict, and say you quit doing heroin, but then you start drinking to get drunk to not feel, then that's not clean. That's substituting one drug for another. But that's a whole nother conversation that I could talk about for 2 hours. But my point was, people who self-harm as far as cutters, who burn themselves, it's because they would much rather feel and focus on that physical pain than the mental and emotional pain. I don't know how many times I've said I would much rather that my dad beat the living hell out of me. Just take his fists, take a damn bat, and beat the hell out of me than say some of the things he said to me. Because You can heal from physical wounds most of the time, you know what I mean. But words, most of the time, at least for me and a lot of people that I know, words can hurt way worse than any kind of physical pain. Damn, Peerless and Jackson got me really in my feelings on this song. I love it, but I know the people watching this reaction don't, and I'm not going to apologize. I vowed when I started my channel a year ago, I would always be the same April on camera as I am off camera. I would always be real, and that's exactly what I'm being right now, is real, and I'm being April. Man, I love this song. This is a deep song, y'all.
Living in hallways, believing the things you see is in always.
I just wish the hook would have been the singing part the whole time.
Truth of the matter. Get out of my own way, I'm lost in my own maze. My mind is like living in hallways.
My mind's like living in hallways. Yeah, trapped in lies, trapped inside. Bullshit aside, I'll always hide. Cut myself wide, open, try to let it out. Sheltered in the box, Gwen Stefani, ain't no doubt. When on the outs, I like to live life inside a crowd. Falling apart at the seams, wishing on a dream. Sick of my life cheating, same mistake repeating. Living with them inner demons, taking me back to the beginning. For I serve my last sentence, spending my life in sinning. For the music thing became a women. Too late to be falling in reverse. The past is not the present, represent.
Falling in reverse. In the words of my inspiration, the wonderful, the goat of reactors, No Live Shack, I'm catching those.
Taking me back to the beginning. For I serve my last sentence, spending my life in sinning. For the music thing became a women. Too late to be falling in reverse. The past is not the present, representing independent, mainstream, irrelevant. I'm trying to make this work. Take a look at me, everything you see is what it seems to be. I'm just so tired, I wanna stop the act. Reacting bad, don't know when it started. All I know is I lost track in this maze, making tracks. Distracted memories, trying to figure out how I'm supposed to be. Get out of my own way, I'm lost in my own maze. My mind's like living in hallways.
Every time I try to clear my mind, my head is going back in time, reliving things like it's a sign I gotta move on to a better place, one with some better days, with a smile on my face and life at a different pace, leaving all the mess behind me without a trace. My memories, I gotta kill a murder was the case. Yeah, get out of.
Shout out Snoop Dogg. Murder was the case.
A trace, my memories, I gotta kill a murder was the case. Yeah, get out of my own way, I'm lost in my own maze. Mine is like living in hallways, the things you see is in always. Truth of the matter. Get out of my own way, I'm lost in my own maze.
See, that's a powerful statement. Get out of my own way. Get out. I need to get out of my own way. The only thing stopping me is me. Facts. And that's saying, you know, I am my own worst enemy. Facts. And I love the quote, I am my problem, but I am also my solution. Facts. I also love that quote, sometimes you find yourself in the middle of nowhere, but sometimes in the middle of nowhere, you find yourself. Also, I'm a big quotes person, y'all. I'm a writer. Also, sometimes you fall down because there's something down there you were supposed to find. Everything happens for a reason. Everything. I don't care what it is. I don't care what it is. I don't believe in coincidence at all. I mean, is it a coincidence that literally hours, it's 8:07 p.m. where I am right now. Literally 4 hours from now will be the anniversary, technically the anniversary of the school shooting, that I'm listening to a song with these lyrics. Is that a coincidence? No. There's a reason for it. God wanted me to hear this. So first, thank you, God. Second, thank you, Peerless. Thank you, Jackson. And I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry that this reaction is so long, because I know it's a long reaction.
With a smile on my face and life at a different pace, leaving all the mess behind me without a trace. My memories, I gotta kill a murder was the case. Yeah. Get out of my own way, I'm lost in my own maze. Mine is like living in hallways, but the thing you see isn't always truth of the matter. Get out of my own.
Another good one to remember is don't believe everything you think. Don't believe everything you think. And if you're looking for that one person to change your life, go look in the mirror.
Mine is like living in hallways, and the thing you see isn't always truth of the matter. Get out of my own way, I'm lost in my own maze. My mind is like living in hallways, believing the things you see isn't always truth of the matter. Get out of my own way, I'm lost in my own maze. My mind is like living in hallways, hallways.
Wow. I absolutely love it, y'all. Absolutely love it, y'all. I absolutely, how many times I gotta say it? Love it, y'all. The only critique I have is the hook. And I told y'all what I thought about that. But the lyrics on point, it touched me very deeply, as y'all can tell. Thank y'all. This song was very therapeutic for me, and was just at the right time. God sent Peerless recordings and Jackson Pierce's song Hallways to me right now, at this time, in this moment, on this date, for a reason. God just worked through y'all's song to comfort me on one of the most difficult days of the year, every year since 1995, 25 years. So thank you both very much. Y'all, please comment below. What are y'all's thoughts about the song? Can you relate in any way? Just be real what you thought about it. Be respectful, please, but be real. And I got to, because this song was a gift from God, I got to. Holy Mother! Holy Mother. Thank y'all. That was Peerless Recordings featuring Jackson Pierce, two of my dear friends. And the name of the song is Hallways. The link is in the description box. So y'all please click on that link and go show them some love on this song. The song is on Peerless Recordings channel. So since the song is on Peerless Recordings channel, the link will take you to the song to Peerless Recordings channel. So smash the subscribe button for Peerless Recordings. Listen to the song, give it a like, throw a comment on there, let them know April G. Shower sent you, or don't. I don't care, long as you show them some support. I'm also going to put Jackson Pierce's channel link in the description box as well. Please click on that link as well and go subscribe to Jackson Pierce and listen to his content. It's amazing. The full video, the video that they surprised me with on my 1 year anniversary on YouTube on Tuesday, the full video without my reaction is on Jackson Pierce's channel. I also have it saved in several playlists on my channel, but y'all can go watch that on Jackson Pierce's channel as well. And there was one person whose video clip wasn't in the one I reacted to because it got to them just a little late, and that person is Meezus. So thank you, Meezus, for that video clip. Again, thank you to everyone. Peerless Recordings was in that video. Jackson Pierce was not only in the video, but helped put the video together along with the Living Miracle, Devo the Ambivert, and Lady Shar. And I appreciate all of them and everyone who took part in that video in any way. Thank you. But I'm going to provide those two links, so y'all please click on those two links and show them some love, please. Also, if you're interested in the Holy Mother merch, the link to that's in the description box as well. Everything's priced really cheaply for y'all for a limited time only. So shop and cop, get you something while it's cheap. Please like this video on your way out. It's a lot more important than you think. Please subscribe to my channel, y'all. April G. Squad. Miss Fun. Love y'all. And I'll see y'all in just a little bit. Peace out.